Hello, welcome again to Reyna Clothier. I'm Reyna. Let's do another episode of Reyna Chats. So this one's gonna be from Boardwalk Empire, and this is going to be, I think it's called Gypsy or I forgot his name, but oh my goodness, it came in my mind and out my mind. I want to say Gypsy. I have to look him up, but he's one of the. I would call him a villain in this show. Is He's a rough guy. He's part of the Italian side of it, but in New York, and jet speed. Now is gonna be. I'll be thinking about it. You know what? If only I had a device that had a screen and I can had letters and I can type in something, but I cannot. Oh, wait a minute. I do have a new invention. It is called JIP. There it goes. Called a laptop. JIP. There you go. What was I saying? Gypsy or yeah, JIP. Yeah. So let me go back to the picture here. So JIP. There you go. Gyp Rossetti. He would be considered a villain, I would say, in this show. They're all villains because they, order hits and kill themselves. So it's a crazy world back in the 1920s. But then again, some may argue that today is a crazy world too. But that's a whole other story. So I digress. But regarding the suits, he was portrayed in this series as a perfect. I would call it a. I don't think they said what part of Italy, but definitely from the south part of Italy. So in that part, there's the north side and then the south side of Italy, where the south side is considered hotter, or the south part, I would say. So they would be a little bit more advantageous, a little more open when it comes to fabric selection. So your brighter colors they would have. Think of like a summer type feel all year round. So you're going to have different color fabrics. You're not going to stick with your navies or your grays or your charcoals. You're going to stick out. So they portrayed it very well. There's other suits that he wore that I seen in the show that was like an aqua color one and a very broad stripe one, which is not common. So definitely on the creative side of things. With this one here, I'll start with the tie first. So it looks like a long, or I'll start with the shirt first. It looks like the collar is a lot longer length of the collar, width, collar length, and it's a pointed, so it kind of goes straight down essentially instead of like a spread. And that's very common in Italy. I could imagine those times as well, but I never seen that type of tie before where it looks like a tie, but it's not knotted. Did I say that correctly? Like it's not tied. So a tie that's not knotted. So that's pretty interesting. I think that's something that might look nice. I think I saw in another show or another scene of his where it would have like a pin on there, almost like a lapel pin, but he would put it in the middle of where the knot should be because it's just a fabric essentially going down. So it looks like a tie, but it's not a tie. It's really interesting. I personally don't like it. Obviously, it hasn't held water over the years, so it's really of a one and done thing. With the shirt, looks like just a solid white shirt, so it's really nice, especially if you have kind of bright colors. That one is more like a soft burgundy. Again, it's not flamboyant color, so it's not bright color, but an odd color. Not a lot of times you see a burgundy kind of a brick color fabric out there. So definitely change the norms of the colors when it comes to suiting. The lapel on the vest, if you notice, it almost looks like a higher a higher button count for the vest, so it goes higher. Essentially, the middle part where it meets for the first button, so you don't see a lot of space for the tie. So the lapel is a lot higher. I kind of like that, but again, you don't show off the tie a lot. Considering that he has the not knotted, I think you want to make that statement where you kind of look straight at that area, so you don't see more of the shirt, it's just that area. So maybe he has a point there. Again, whenever you wear a suit, you're really giving a statement, showing what you want out of what you're hoping to accomplish throughout the day. So it's almost like a unwritten rule that you have that. So he was going to a meeting. In fact, this scene itself, very sad scene, because it was an innocent guy. He didn't know his lingo, or he didn't know his joking style, and he said they needed a tire or something was wrong with the car. So he said, well, maybe you need more oil. And he was like, well, what's this? And he was like, well, it's oil. Or why would you need oil? He said, Jip asked him something where he said, like, what else? And he acted, that's what I remember now. He said something where it meant oil, but he was like, well, what is that? He was like, well, it's oil, what else? And he was like, well, what do you mean? It could be something else, it could be this. He said, hey, sir, I didn't mean no trouble or anything. And he said, no, relax, okay. And he walked away, and then as he walked away, the poor guy didn't know that Jip ended up hitting him. But if you ever watch the show, spoiler alert. 3, 2, 1, go. He gets his own crazy death at the end. So it served him well, because he was just a villain in this movie. There's one thing killing is killing. So it's not good in any essence. But he took a whole other level of just pure intentional, but I guess killing is intent. Who knows? But if they're evil is evil, but he's a step above evil, which is not good at all. So he was just so mean to people that truly were innocent, that he didn't have to take their lives, and he did. So again, true villain, and he took this guy's life. But yeah, he was on the side of the road, and his suit. Going back to his suit. It's a flamboyant color. It has somewhat of a pattern to it. Very subtle pattern I'm seeing, but a nice look overall. Like I said, to me, I think it's the shoulders are not that broadened, so I like that, where it's kind of a clean silhouette, it's a clean cut. But yeah, overall, it's a nice look. It looks like a 3-button front. I don't see the 3rd button, but I'm assuming there is, because the lapel is a little higher, essentially, with the jacket. And he has a peak lapel, which is really neat. Again, you don't see that a lot. 3-button front and the lapel, and a wide lapel at that. So it's pretty interesting. I really like the ensemble. I might be flamboyant. Again, not really flamboyant, because it's kind of a soft tone color, but definitely it's an unordinary selection, but it nevertheless is still a nice selection of fabric. So that will do it for the villain Jip Rossetti. Feel free to watch that movie when you get a chance, because man, it's a great, well, not a movie, but a show. It's a great show. I think it has like 5 or 6 seasons, maybe more. I want to say 7. I gotta recap on that, but has a number of seasons. So take a look at it if you're interested in purchasing a garment from us. We'll love to have you as a client. See the Reyna Clothier experience, a beautiful experience. Feel free to go on our website, reynaclothier.com. You can book your appointment there. We work with clients all over the country, not just here in Texas. So we'll love to work with you one day. And until then, have a terrific day.